Kierra Coles was 26 years old, 3 months pregnant, and working as a U.S. Postal Service letter carrier in Chicago. Her family says she was excited about becoming a mother. On October 2, 2018, Kierra spoke with her mom while shopping for healthy food and baby items. That night, surveillance cameras captured Kierra getting into her car with a man investigators later identified. Around midnight, Kierra was seen again at an ATM. After that, surveillance reportedly showed the same man driving Kierra's car and later parking it near her home. The next day, Kierra was gone. Her apartment was neat, her groceries were put away, her car was nearby with her purse, phone, work items, and prenatal vitamins still inside. Police questioned the man seen with Kierra and identified him as a person of interest. He has never been charged with a crime. Nearly 8 years later, Kierra Coles and her unborn child have never been found. Someone knows what happened after that ATM. If you know anything about Kierra Coles, contact Chicago Police. Share this video so her story is not forgotten. A 17-year-old who was 5 months pregnant disappeared one day before her 18th birthday. Weeks later, she was found more than 1,300 miles from home. But by then, the man accused of kidnapping her was already dead. Jalajhia Finklea, a member of the Mashpee Wampanoag tribe, was last seen on October 20, 2020 in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Investigators say she entered a rental car driven by 37-year-old Luis Zaragoza, also known as Luis Barboza. According to authorities, Jalajhia called Zaragoza shortly before entering the vehicle. Minutes later, investigators say Zaragoza turned off his cell phone. Jalajhia's phone was later found discarded along Route 140, about 5 miles away. Authorities tracked Zaragoza through several states and charged him with kidnapping and motor vehicle larceny. On November 5th, U.S. Marshals attempted to arrest him in Crestview, Florida. Authorities said Zaragoza opened fire and officers fatally shot him. 20 days later, human remains were discovered near Interstate 95 in Fellsmere, Florida. They were identified as Jalajhia. Authorities later announced that she died from gunshot wounds. Zaragoza died before he could be prosecuted or publicly explain what happened. Jalajhia was 5 months pregnant. What happened during the weeks she was missing? Share Jalajhia Finklea's story. Police say this wasn't a runaway. Someone even called Niyah McMichael's grandmother, claiming she had run away. But investigators didn't believe it. 13-year-old Niyah disappeared from her family's home in Gary, Indiana, between August 11th and August 12th, 2024. She was last seen wearing a black hoodie, black pajama pants, and red and black shoes. Family members also said she may have been 4 to 5 months pregnant, though that has never been officially confirmed. Then investigators took a major step. In October 2024, Gary police and the FBI executed a search warrant connected to her disappearance. Authorities have never revealed what they found. Today, Niyah is 15 years old, and a $30,000 reward remains available for information leading to those responsible. If you know anything, call 1-800-CALL-FBI or the Gary Police Department. Please share Niyah's story. A Baltimore jury needed only 2 hours to convict a man of murder of a pregnant woman whose body has never been found. On May 3, 2017, 22-year-old Akia Eggleston withdrew money for a new apartment. Her final outgoing call was to her boyfriend, Michael Robertson. Less than 2 hours later, she sent a Facebook invitation to her baby shower. Then, her phone went permanently silent. Robertson admitted they argued after Akia called him texting Holly Pomeroy, the mother of his 2 other children. He later told investigators, "So I chose Holly." Lyft records, cell phone data, and surveillance footage placed Robertson at Akia's Baltimore apartment during the exact window she disappeared. Investigators also uncovered 18 Google searches made by Robertson about Baltimore dumpsters, trash collection, and landfills. Prosecutors believe Robertson kept Akia inside her apartment, concealed her beneath a wooden dresser in a communal dumpster, and that her remains were later hauled to a Virginia landfill before investigators could recover them. 5 years later, Robertson was arrested in Michigan. He was convicted of murdering Akia Eggleston and their unborn son, Anubis. Nearly a decade later, Akia's remains have never been found.